Today I'm going to chat to Paul as if I'm a client that visits him for the first time, because I don't actually think that a lot of us understand the journey that you have to go through to invest your money. So Paul, are you ready to meet me for the first time?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Hi Paul, my name is Ingrid. I have some money I want to invest. Should I get an RA? Should I get a TFSA?
Ingrid, nice to meet you. It's a beautiful ring on your finger there. It's a lucky guy. So Ingrid, before we get to that, let's just start from the beginning. What are you drinking? Because I'm drinking coffee, no milk, no sugar. Can I get you a coffee?
Okay, Paul, I am way more relaxed now. I'm not as anxious. I do feel like you are actually going to listen to me. So coming back to TFSA and RA, let's actually rather ask you to explain to me what exactly it is instead of just investing my money there immediately.
Okay, Ingrid, so you know, like on your computer, there's folders, right? And then within the folders, it's going to be your Microsoft Word, your Excel spreadsheet, your PDF, your photos, and so on. That's the two levels. Level 1, folder, double click within the folder, files. Investing, exactly the same. So I think let's start with your folders, and then we get to the good stuff, the files within the folder. So the folders, there are 3 folders, and they each have their own rules. The 3 folders are: number 1, your retirement annuity; number 2, your tax-free savings account; and number 3, just a flexible, normal, discretionary investment. How do they work? RA, the basics. Firstly, this is a nest egg investment, long term, for your old age, your future self. The main rule here is that you cannot touch the money until you're 55. So you are literally investing for the future you. Right, nest egg. The second one is your tax-free savings account. Here, all the growth within this folder on everything that you own is completely tax-free. It's a massive benefit. It's magic. SARS gave us a little something. You can only invest 36,000 Rand a year. So it's always in our best interest to max that out because the tax benefits are just amazing. Together with your RA, these are your nest egg investments. Oh yeah, viewers, we made an episode on the TFSA. So click here and check it out. The third one is your flexible investment, and this one has a rule, and the rule is there are no rules. You can come and go as you want to, you can take the money, you can increase the debit order, you can do whatever you want to. So those are the 3: RA, tax-free savings account, and flexible investments.
So how do I know which one is the best for me? Do I do one of them, the RA, and save the rest, or do I do all 3 of them? Do I do it 1/3 in each? How do I go about dividing my lump sum?
This is a good question, Ingrid. So normally we try and utilize all 3 because they each have a unique value proposition in your overall portfolio. But of course, we will prioritize the one that makes the most sense for you. So for example, when you're young, I'm not going to put all of your money away to your retirement, because then you tell me, Paul, I want to start my own business, I want to buy a flat, I want to put a deposit down, and then all your money is locked up in your retirement annuity. So I would split the money. But let's say you're older, you're very close to retirement, then we want to push that because we're near the end of your working race now, and we want as much money in there for you to now sit back, relax, and play golf the whole day. So it totally depends on you, but normally we try and utilize all 3.
Okay, so now that I will be utilizing all 3 of them, which one's actually going to make the most amount of money? So the return on investment, which one's going to give me the most bang for my buck?
Yeah, so Ingrid, so this is the common misconception. Often people ask me, okay, how much do I get in my RA? How much interest do I get in my tax-free? This is not exactly how it works, because remember, the RA, the tax-free, and the flexi, these are just the folders. They're not the files. The files, if you double-click the folder in investments, that is the stuff that makes you the money. So what can you invest in? Level 2, double-click the folder, assets. In investments, these are called your asset classes. These options are not all the same. Some are very safe, some are very risky. So I'll quickly go through them. Firstly, cash is the safest, but you also make the lowest amount of money on it because your money is just there in a bank account. Next, bonds. Then we get property. After property is commodities, gold, silver. Then stocks is a little bit bumpy, like you have to put your seatbelt on the stock market. It can be quite volatile out there, but it is the best investment historically wise. And then the new kid on the block, crypto, you can make or lose a lot of money, depending on what you bought and when you bought it.
Okay, so now that I know what my three main products are, the folders, RA, tax-free savings account, Flexi, and I know that within them I get files, which then are the assets that I can invest in, you made it sound like the stocks are the best. So based on this knowledge, can we perhaps take my scenario and actually put some numbers to it?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay, cool. So I've got 150,000 Rand lump sum and I want to invest that whole lump sum. Paint me the picture.
Right, I'm excited for this. So firstly, level one, the folders. How do we split the money between the different folders? So I think, given your case, of the 150,000 Rand, I think 50 should go to the long-term investments, the future you, and then 100 we keep flexible. So the 50 nest egg investments, that's split between the RA and the tax-free savings account. I would max out the tax-free savings account definitely, so that would be 36,000 Rand. And then the balance, which is 14,000 Rand, will be allocated to your RA. Right, so 36 and 14, that's 50 nest egg. And then the rest, we just keep flexible. So you have the option to repurpose the money should you want to put down a deposit on a flat or start your own business. And now the good stuff, what do we actually invest in? The files, the assets. So for your tax-free savings account, I would recommend full equity, only stocks. Mostly in America, but also some locally. Here we have our in-house unconstrained fund, which is exactly that. Full equity, yes, it is a little bit volatile, but you're going to make the most amount of money over a long period of time. Here's our unconstrained house portfolio versus the MSCI World. We've really cooked the last couple of years. Then for your RA, Ingrid, that's the 14,000 Rand. There's a regulation, we call Regulation 28. It just basically says that you can only invest 75% of your money in stocks. You can't invest all your money in stocks. So what we do is we do exactly that. We invest 75% of your money in stocks, 25% in the safer assets such as bonds or property. Here I would recommend our in-house aggressive fund, 75% stocks. This is the classic balanced fund. Also you get the Allen Gray Balanced Fund, the Coronation Balanced Fund. Ours is called the aggressive fund, also done really, really well there. And the last one is your Flexi. And the Flexi depends on what you tell me. So if you say, Paul, let's invest for the long term. I want the option to withdraw, but this is a long-term investment. Perfect, Ingrid. Then we go stocks. Stocks only. Once again, the unconstrained portfolio works perfect for you. But let's say you're a little bit older and you're close to retirement, you just want to play it safe. Then something like the moderate fund or even the cautious fund, which only has 50 or 25% in stocks and the rest in safer assets, is also a great option for you. It totally depends on what you tell me.
Paul, thank you so much. I must say, for the first time in my life, I actually understand what a RA, a Flexi, and a tax-free savings account is, and how the naming convention isn't what it's all about. It's actually what's inside the folder, what it's about. So, Paul, thank you for your time. Viewers, if you do want to chat to us about your investments, please reach out. We'd love to chat. See you next time.